We all in life have different personalities, different way of living, even our thought process and perspective on things differs from person to person. I think that's what makes us humans special. We have the freedom to think the way we like, say the things we want to, and act the way we like, unless it's not unethical or illegal, obviously. But the issue here is not everyone uses this freedom. Not everyone necessarily owns up to their truest self sometimes. This could be because of two reasons. Reason number one being, as kids, when one is growing up and they aren't allowed to do or experience a lot of things, are restricted a lot, and are asked or even forced to behave in a certain way, it leads to never getting close to being or even discovering their truest self. Such things often occur due to overprotective and over controlling parents or our education system or both. 2. Because some people simply think the opinions they have, the way they think, and the personality that they have would not be liked by other people and would not be acceptable to the society. And so they never open up to their truest self and alter their personality so that they can be liked. Both of the reasons can be subconscious and are quite common. You know your deepest self. You know your preferences, your likes, and your dislikes. You clearly know your opinion regarding things. You know what you want in life, in relationships, and even in your career. Not only in college, not only in your job, whenever in life you don't be your truest self, you don't act on what you feel is right, or you try to fit in, you lose respect. You lose respect for yourself and in front of other people. I'll give you an example. A child brought up in the family of doctors and engineers. From his childhood, he is conditioned to become a doctor. He is told to study for several hours, get into a good college, and then get a degree. Although he might have serious interest or passion in some other field, let's say photography or even acting, which he might be suppressing because he can't let his parents down. Even if this guy ends up becoming a doctor, from his core he will always be empty. He will be resentful towards his past self for not even listening to his deepest desires. He will deep down lose respect for himself, and it is not easy to live like that. Or if you have a certain opinion about something which is not very common or which would not be liked by some people, often people end up suppressing these thoughts and act differently. In fact, you should own up to that opinion of yours, present it in a good way, and even if everyone doesn't agree with you, they'll respect you for being open about it. This is not only about thoughts, opinions, or even career, but about doing what you feel is right from your core, in terms of your health, your relationships, your line of interest, and even the small decisions that you make daily. It might not always be easy to go with your core instinct, but the more efforts you put towards listening to and going with your core instinct, the more confident you become. The more confident you become with just being yourself, the more you start loving yourself. And when you love and respect yourself, you reapproach your life, work, and relationships with so much more love and energy. Before I end this video, when I say be yourself, be free to have your own thoughts and opinions, live life the way you like, I do not mean do whatever you want, insult anyone, hurt anyone, or even question other people's beliefs. If you have a certain belief or a certain opinion, it doesn't mean you necessarily have to make the other person agree to you. Being yourself is never a justification for a bad behavior. You should be humble enough to know what's morally and ethically right or wrong, and at the same time have the humility to know where you lack, have a student mindset, and keep learning, because eventually nobody is perfect.